And we know that it's a special edition of the AM show, and just in honor of the late Major Maxwell Adam Mahama, who was lynched at Dentra Obuasi 2 weeks ago. And today is the day he will be laid to rest. Good morning to you, Mama Joseph.
Good morning, Roland. You good?
Yes, I am.
All right. Let's read some messages that have come through. We've got our little money moments, and then we'll be live on the grounds as well. We'll come to you live from the State House this morning. Let's read some messages. It's your birthday today, Matilda Quay. Happy birthday to you. It's from Femi from New Achimota. To you, Matilda Quay, as you celebrate your birthday today. Here's another one that says, death, oh death, your hand is heavy upon my brow. Why thou cometh so quickly? Give me the wings of the faith to rise within the veil and see the saint above. How great thy joy, how bright thy glories be. R.I.P. our dear Captain, now Major. Good morning, Roland. I'm Sebastian from Wasa Ekropong. My small poem for Major Mahama. Thanks a lot, Sebastian, for this. This one also says, good morning. I wish all the staff of Joy News a happy, blessed month of Ramadan, especially Aisha Ibrahim. May Allah shower his blessings on us all. That's from Bambakia Samed. Oh, no. I think this is an old message that I've read boldly. Okay, I hope the good work continues. Ramadan Mubarak, Bambakia Samed from Bese. That's today's message. Thanks a lot. This one says, good morning. Late Major Maxwell Adam Mahama will be remembered by all for his tenacity and commitment to the development of our dear nation. May his soul rest in absolute peace with his creator. May Allah bless his family, especially his wife and children, by replacing their sad moment with happiness. That's from Saka Sulemana from Salaga. And what we're bringing to you on the screen right now are visuals from the State House as we get ready for the ceremony itself, the funeral ceremony, to get underway. We'll bring you live coverage, but what we are seeing in your shots, that's things as we have it at the State House this morning. Joy News is definitely coming to you live from the venue. You won't miss any bit of the action at the State House this morning, Roland.
And we want to take just a look at one or two other newspapers, because on the front page of the Daily Graphic, you have a full picture there of the late Major Maxwell Adam Mahama in full military gear. And well, they have a special pullout. This one is a special one. And while you take a look at it, this one includes all the tributes. And then when you buy the Daily Graphic, you have, it's a special pullout. You have him as a boy when he was in St. John's School, 2nd D. You also have him when he was at the Akosombo International School in 1994. And you have the post-events, all the dignitaries who came to pay their respect. You have him with his family. It's just touching. It's touching, man. Everything you want to know about today, about him, you'll find the tributes by the wife, and the touching tribute I know has been on social media throughout the period. And it's not been easy. They have a biography of Major Maxwell Mahama, again, as a special pullout in the Daily Graphic. I should say this is very informative. It's moving as well. You get to find that it's never easy for somebody to lose a soul for a very stupid reason, I should say. You have a tribute by the wife, the tribute by the father, tribute by the mother, the brother. This is touching. A life cut short. Anyway.
All right, and as we cover this event, this sad event this day, the funeral rites, the final funeral rites of the late Major Adam Mahama, we're also being reminded this day of the Police Lance Corporal who was killed in his family as well. We'll bring you more details as to plans for him. Already we know that Mr. Charles Reku Brobe has set up a trust fund for his family. There will be more details of that. Let's do the Ghanaian Times newspaper and front page of the Times today. Check your land title registration in the Spectator tomorrow, they're advertising. Parliamentary committee urges government to pay dredge masters. That story on page 17. Also, Maxwell was a great husband, father. That's according to the widow, and this is coming out of the tributes. Nation mourns Major Mahama, fallen soldier to be buried with full military honors. Manche lifts ban on noise making. That's also another story on page 18 in the paper today. Let's go to page 17 though. Just a bit of the Parliament committee urging government to pay the dredge masters. Story says the Parliamentary Select Committee on Works and Housing says government must immediately pay the debts it owed dredge masters, a subsidiary of Jospon Group in charge of dredging drains in Accra. And I'm sure you know why this call is coming, because the rains are here with us. According to them, Dredge Masters Limited has done tremendous job, which has averted flooding at Circle and its catchment areas, even though government has paid them, has not, I guess, paid them since 2015. Samson Ahi, the vice chair of the committee, who disclosed this when the PSCOWH paid a working visit to the Accra Sanitary and Storm Drainage Alleviation Project in Accra yesterday, said the timely payments of governments will assist dredge masters tackle their components of the contract. So there's more on the story in the paper. The bit about noise making, that's also on page 18. The story says the Gamanche Enclave, in collaboration with the Ga Traditional Council yesterday, lifted a traditional ban on noise making. The lifting of the ban was ushered in with the cultural drumming of the Odadao drums by the Gbese Manche Ni Ayibonte II. And if you're a traditional person and I didn't quite pronounce that well, please forgive me. The month-long ban was part of a mediation period by the Ga people to herald the celebration of the annual Homo Festival, which literally means a hoots at Hanga. Back page of the Times. Can Bolga All-Stars withstand Hearts rough? More details of all the action to come this weekend when Benedict joins us with some sports right here on the AM show.
On the front page of the Daily Guide, we have the story, Mahama goes home. NDC wanted me out, according to former Chief Justice. So we have Nana outlines women policy in Belgium. Appeal kills naval officer. And apparently, again, that story appears here on the front page of the Daily Guide. Paid dredge masters, members of Parliament, and the members of the Parliamentary Select Committee on Works and Housing. It's also on the front page of the Daily Graphic, I believe. And then also on the front page of the Business and Financial Times, it says Parliamentary Select Committee on Works and Housing calls on dredge masters. And you have a picture there of the project director for dredge masters, Captain Ansakan, explaining details to members of the Parliamentary Select Committee on Works and Housing. We also have First Atlantic officials pay courtesy call on the Vice President, and tax raw cashew exports. Those are the stories we have front page, but we have other stories as well. On the back page, though, we have Casa Tresaco to open 2 more branches. First Atlantic officials, again, that story there about them paying.
Let's do the Finder. The Finder newspaper is next, front page. 40% of trees to be cut. Those are cocoa trees. Cocoa production targets under threats. No annual bonuses for farmers this year. Mr. Joseph Boahin Edu is the chief executive of Cocoa Board. He's with this headline on the front page of the Finder. Also, snail seller in Captain Mahama's murder arrested. That story on page 6. EC hot over Ropa as High Court calls for implementation evidence. WASI sets up $60 million fund for agric. And I'll tell you, it's not the WASI as in the examination itself. But let me go to page 8. Okay, so that will be... okay, I'll look for it. Can't easily see it in the paper. But this snail seller in Captain Mahama's murder who's been arrested, the snail seller who allegedly raised the false alarm that the late Captain Maxwell Adam Mahama was a suspected armed robber, has been arrested. Mame Bono, that's her name, is said to be the one who called the assemblyman, William Barr, a report that she has seen an armed robber. So far, 44 suspects have been remanded in police custody pending further investigations. On the circumstances that led to the murder of Captain Mahama, police say the investigations have revealed that the deceased left the detachment's base at DSO for a 20-kilometer jogging and was in civilian clothing but carried a sidearm. So more details of perhaps some of the things that we know already coming with this story. Page 8, I definitely want to know the WASI. So that's the West Africa Center for Crop Implementation, a flagship research-based unit and the College of Basic and Allied Science of the University of Ghana. They've launched a $60 million endowment fund to help in the training of more high-level students in the plant breeding program. More of that. There's a filing past of the body that's been laid at the State House right now on your screens. We want to fully go there and appreciate what's happening.
So let's go to action. Go to action. Okay. Go to cancel slide to your right. Slide to your right. Be there. Be there.
Screens now are persons filing past. Earlier we saw some members of parliament also paying their last respect. The information we have is that the casket is not open. It's, just, file past and show your last respect to the late Maxwell Mahama, who's now been laid in state at the State House right here. Live pictures coming from the State House. Roland.
Sad incidents there, and we know that this is being done with the states or by the states, and this will be followed by full interment with military honors at the Osu Cemetery.
We're getting some WhatsApp messages and regular text messages. This one from Dapa Emmanuel, when she says, "May Major Mahama's soul rest in perfect peace." The whole nation is mourning today as we lay to rest Major Maxwell Mahama. You can send us a WhatsApp message or a regular text message if you want to share some last words with us. This one says, "May your humble soul rest in peace till we meet again, RIP," from Subro Sese in Wa, sending us that message. You're watching the AM show.
Okay, so what do you do? What's it now? Okay, so Ines, I have a slight challenge here. The cameraman I'm working with told me that he was one not to do handheld, but that's the smartest way we can move. That's the smartest way we can move. Well, that's just one him not to do handheld. So I've actually forced him to do it. So in case any problem comes out of it, you don't have to depend us. I forced him because all those doing tripod.
Island Pass continues at the State House. In here, we still continue to receive some of your messages. And this one says, my heart is heavy, my eyes filled with tears. Ghana is really sorry, Major. We failed you as a country. Be assured that Ghana will use your unfortunate demise to correct our wrongs. May you rest in perfect peace. We salute your bravery. You're brave, even in death. You forever remain on our minds as our hero. You died. Demrifa Due Amaniho, safe journey home, Major, till we meet again. That's from Kojo Morrison in Duayao in Kwanta, sending that message to us. This one says, may the soul of our departed Major rest in the bosom of the Almighty God. R.I.P. If you've got a message, you can send it to us. We'll share it right here on our show. This one says, this untimely death could befall on anybody, but what happens after death? Men have a journey to go. Abudu Joseph in Trifo Hemang also sending that message. If you've got a tribute, you want to make it really short, if you've got a poem as well, you can send it to us and we will share it on this day, even as we prepare to see Major Maxwell Mahama off. Filing pass at the State House. That's what's underway with the funeral ceremony. More to come even here on our show. Abdul Wahab in Draboso says Dentra Boase town. Okay, no, I'm not going to read any harsh comment that you send on this day. We've been preaching peace and love, and that's what we should continue to share even as a people. Okay, there are messages related to other subjects that are being shared, but right now we're taking solidarity messages here on our show. This one says, it's sad to be a Ghanaian on a day like this. Rest in peace, Major Maxwell Adam Mahama. This is from Damien Enso in Bolgatanga. Here's one that reads, may his soul rest in perfect peace. And just says, this well. That's from Benjamin Danso, who is watching from London in the UK. This one says, Major Maxwell Mahama, may his soul rest in peace. That's from Hussein Alaba. And that's our prayer. May his soul definitely rest in peace. This one says, may he hunts and bring to book all those who took part in his death. 90-year big man. That's from Sheikh Arsenal, sending that message. We're just going to wrap up with our activity with the newspapers and then touch on the online stories, and then we'll do our little money moment. But be sure you're getting full coverage of the funeral ceremony that's underway at the State House right here on Joy News. So our little money moment, where we contribute 20 Ghana cedis to our money box. And we appreciate all those of you who are still sending us pictures of your money box and your little money moment from your homes. We love that you're doing this alongside with us. So
and yesterday, I met the commander of the MTTD Odan here in Accra at a meeting. Had met him earlier when we had gone for some stakeholder engagement on the National Towing Project. And DSP Albert Delacha, and you said that this is what you're always grateful for us for, because it means that we tend to inculcate a lot more into those who watch us and those who view us. And I have to say that thank you very much for
the culture of saving.
Yes.
It can start from a
thank
little
you very
box.
Much. DSP Delacha of Odan
Delacha. Okay.
Of Odan MTTD. And I don't know whether you're back in Odan, but good morning to you, and thanks for all the things that you said about Mama V, and how you said she's a delight to watch and beautiful and all that. Yeah.
I think what people don't know is if you say good things to me to Roland, he hardly shares it with me, you know.
But this one,
it's kind of like difficult for him to say all the good things that you say to him. Okay, so even in our sorrow, you know, as we mourn,
but I shouldn't forget also, it's a birthday of the father of one of our directors, and Yao Forsen. Yao Forsen says, this one goes to you. You are his father, Kwejo Che. You work with the Quality Control Division of Cocoa Board Secretary also, and it is your birthday today. Please enjoy the day, and we hope that for all the tragedy that has befallen this nation, and we're in this state, you also know that life must move on, but we should always take care of ourselves. Yeah. Good morning to you, Mr. Kwejo Che.
Yeah. And even as we mourn, Roland, I just wanted to say that let's also remember that we're celebrating a life. We're also celebrating a life because we want to remember him for all the good things and not, you know, for all the bad things, because we want to move on from this episode in the sense that we want to learn the lessons. We don't want to unduly punish the community, because it's not the entire community that took part in this. We want to also allow the police service to carry out its investigations and also duly punish the culprits, the people who actually took part in this action. We'll go online in a bit to tell you the stories that are making headlines. Okay, we are not doing online, which means we have a bit more time to share some of your messages. Mohammed Shakun says, rest in peace to the late Major Maxwell Adamahama, and happy Ramadan to the entire Gideon force. Big ups the kin. I1, GF, do you mean Ghana? Okay, no, that would have been GAF, Ghana Armed Forces. GF, okay, as he drops a tribute song to the late soldier today and any other fallen soldier of our great nation. So I1 is coming up with a tribute. Okay, that will be good. This one says, and these are the text messages that I'm on now. It's only Allah who knows what punishment he will prescribe for the murdered, I guess you mean for those who took part in this murder, from Tofik in Wungu, a suburb of Wale Wale, you say. Thank you very much for the message. This one says, may Major Maxwell Mahama soul rest in peace. We shall forever pray for you. That's from Togbe Chale, Central Gonja District. That's where you're sending this message from. This one says, I'm still finding it difficult to think through the inhumane acts of the people in Dentra Boise. Major rest in peace, Demi Fadue. That's from Michael in Kumasi. And still rolling on your screens are pictures from the State House where the late Maxwell Mahama has been laid in state, and the file and past ongoing. People who want to pay their last respect to the fallen soldier. That's what they're doing right now at the State House. In the meantime, we still continue to receive more of your messages via text, regular text, and also WhatsApp. This one says, on the death of the soldier, specifically, I would be pleased if the government can, okay, no, we're not depriving anybody in any community of anything, even though this incident, as sad as it is, this should never ever happen anywhere else. but we're not unduly punishing people in the community who did not take part in the death of Major Maxwell Mahama. This message says, may his soul rest in peace. God knows best. And kindly include your name when you send us a message right here on the show. Rest in peace, Major Mahama. A lot of rest in peace messages. This one says, oh Lord, grant his soul. Okay, and the messages are just trickling in quick and fast. Michael Akosumbu says, Major Maxwell, rest in the bosom of the Almighty. Well, the show must continue. We've got sports updates coming your way. We've got the Roland Garros, which is almost ending. I think this weekend will be a wrap-up because the women's final. They know the people going into the finals. We've got some league updates as well, the local league updates. And we've been making a lot of noise that the money man will come to Ghana. So Benedict will definitely share a lot more. But even on the AM show, we're talking the money man, Mayweather. Okay, yeah.
Money Mayweather.
Yeah, Money Mayweather.
And we shouldn't forget also the Black Stars. They are in camp. They're preparing for Ethiopia. And so definitely with that Ethiopian match upcoming, Benedict also will bring us the latest updates on the subject. But again, it's a special edition of the AM show. We're bringing to you live feed from the forecourt of the State House here in Accra, where the final funeral rites is being undertaken by the state and the military for the late Major Maxwell Adam Mahama. And we know that 2 weeks ago, he was lynched in the early hours of Monday, 2 weeks ago, at Dinchro Boise, a town in the central region. And the police still are investigating the subject.
He was on sanction duty, by the way, when this happened. Sally is at Lakeside. Sally sends us a message. Sally says, it's very sad. May Ghana learn something from his death. May his gentle soul rest in peace. And we acknowledge all the messages that you're sending to us via WhatsApp and also regular text. We will come back and share a lot more with you. I'm off to the grounds, but I'm carrying your messages with me. Roland Walker would remain here, but we promise you, you will not miss any bit of what's happening at the State House. So you can definitely stay with us, mourn with us, and let us see a fallen hero off in peace. You're watching the AM show. Please do stay.
Thank you.